Hi there. Happy New Year, everybody. We are here to talk about those top 5 competencies for CHROs in 2025. And it's important because a lot has been changing and will continue to change, but we'll jump right into those. So the first one, no surprises, should be here, and that's in strategic workforce planning. That should be a top priority for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, we're seeing a lot of changes on the talent side. For one, we are seeing obviously a huge population that is retiring, and therefore we're seeing this shrinking funnel that is taking place, which will continue to increase this war on talent for specific roles. So what's going to be more important than ever is to be able to predict how those needs will come into play, not only for now, but in the future. And so strategic workforce planning is going to be very important in doing that. A second reason that strategic workforce planning is going to be especially needed is because we are going to see obviously a big shift, and this is also the second reason or the second competency that CHROs are going to need to have, and that's in AI. With the incoming with AI, it's going to change the game for everything, including this vast need to upskill. So a lot of the talents that you currently have in-house, you're going to need to upgrade and upskill. And some of that is going to include training those who are in-house, as well as augmenting, bringing in new talent into your organization to address the current skills that you'll need as far as dealing with AI. And that leads us into more elaboration on that second competency, and that is that ability, that capability to integrate in an effective way AI and technology overall into HR. As we know, over the past decades, that was a big shift, moving from manual HR, for those who remember that, the Excel spreadsheets, to one that's more so technology infused. Well, now AI is going to be an even more radical transformation of how HR and how the world, quite frankly, does business. So those CHROs who are going to be effective are going to be able to enable and utilize AI in a very meaningful way for their business to improve those processes and to create those best practices regarding what they're doing and to optimize how their talent is used. So that's going to be very, very important because it's something that no one has a total parameter around, but we know that it's going to be a magnificent transformation. And speaking of transformation, that third competency that shall be very, very important for CHROs continues to be change leadership. This world has had no shortage of change over the past 5+ years, and that will continue. We've seen the pandemic totally shift our culture toward one that was focused on this consistent change and understanding that that is a reality. But even before that, we saw this massive change, right, in technology and the uplift of technology in every single industry that people play in. And we're going to see that again, but on a 10x level now with AI. So we don't even know, as I mentioned, what that long-term future looks like with AI in the process. But what we do know, it looks like a very different picture. And so we need CHROs who are going to be ready to lead that change effectively in whatever it is and able to pivot. That fourth area that's going to be very important and continuously increasingly important is in the space of employee experience. That retention is going to be very important so you don't have to buy talent, and talent is going to be difficult to come by in several areas, especially as we see more retirements, as we see the changing of talent that is needed across the industries with this influx of AI. We're going to see, I won't say negatively a shortage of talent, but a high demand of talent. And so creating that experience in your organization that makes it an attractive one for employees is going to be a great needed advantage in order to thrive in 2025 and beyond. And the fifth one is going to be leadership development. And this is always important. Obviously, always near and dear to my heart is leadership development and executive coaching, but it's going to be especially important in 2025 and in the near years because we're going to see a lot of expedited promotions. So we will see a lot of leaders who will be leading for the first time or leading at levels that they've never led at for the first time. It's going to be expedited promotions because of the shortage in certain spaces. And so given that the leaders are going to have to pretty much sort of, you know how they say, fly the plane while you build it. Well, the development of the leadership is going to have to be developed as they lead, because they're not going to come in fully adjusted in that role, but they're going to need to grow in the role. And so therefore, leadership development and executive coaching is going to be extremely important. So there you have it, the 5 top competencies for CHROs in 2025. And I believe in the near future beyond that, feel free to reach out to Next Gen People with any partnership that you need. And feel free to like and to share the video if you benefited at all from it. And have a good day.